Do see watchtowers getting upgraded. That's really crucial when you get this kind of harass. This is unfortunate. This is just the scourge of Poseidon. All right, welcome, ladies and gents, to a pro level casted game. We have Nakamura RTS in the house, currently in the 70th position on the ladder at the moment. There are thousands of players playing this game, guys. It's crazy. There's so many ranked games going on. It's very unusual for me to see because I come from Age of Empires 3. Normally in Age of Empires 3, you see like 20 games being played at once. There's something like, there must be about 100 1v1 games on the ranked ladder going on right now. It is wild. Anyway, let's introduce the players. We have Kronos here, being played by Brbwinning. Brbwinning here, playing as Kronos in the cyan on the bottom left part of the map. And I can have a quick check up the top right here. We have Nakamura RTS. I say it like that because it's Japanese, right? It's got to be Japanese. Nakamura, right? Nakamura RTS playing as Poseidon in the red. I'm a little bit giddy today because, fingers crossed, the spectator mode seems to be a lot more stable. I don't know what they've been doing, but it feels like it's more stable than it used to be in the past, which means I get the lovely pleasure of being able to cast these games. Now, hopefully we don't get any out of sync issues. I've tried casting replays and I get countless out of sync issues, which is a real shame. But let's see how this one goes down. Let's have a look at Nakamura here. So Nakamura playing as Poseidon. In Poseidon, you're able to drop a lure down, which will lure and create chickens every now and then. You can see it will attract all nearby wild animals for a time. And I think it does create chickens over time as well. But I don't know, maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong there. But the age up seems pretty darn straightforward for the Greeks. You kind of just have 2 veals on wood, I believe. You have 2 on gold. And then you have the rest on food, and you just sit back and chill. It's a very easy opening compared to the Norse, for example, and the Egyptians. They seem to be a little bit more difficult in how you open in Age 1, but this seems a little bit more straightforward. Now, before we look at Brbwinning, Poseidon, very cavalry focused. I've seen lots of players go for like a double, triple stables opening. Then with Hippus, they go all around the map and they just absolutely raid you to bits, and they really, really wind you up. So let's see how this one goes down, because I believe one of my friends, Morlazan, is currently playing Kronos a lot, and he wants to know how you beat this matchup, because it's very, very difficult. I mean, I find it's very difficult. I play Kronos a bit as well. I find it quite difficult. So let's see how it goes down. Are we going to get a lot of harassment here from Nakamura? Is Brbwinning going to be able to take the win on this game? Let's find out. Hey, SVON, how you doing, man? I know who I... Do I get it, Widgy Woo? You got to get it, my friend. It's an amazing game. It's had one of the best releases out of the franchise so far. There's minimal kind of issues, to be honest, which is kind of amazing considering. I would definitely recommend picking up this game. 100%. It's really, really fun. Okay. Let's have a quick look here. So Brbwinning is going to be going in for that age up around the same time actually as Nakamura. We're going to see the Prometheus, of course, and another time shift on the mana. That's going to be going over here. We've seen this before, ladies and gents. Time shifting your manas. So if you need to get a second TC with Kronos, you can do it quicker. Manas, when they're around other buildings, it adds, I think it's an extra 10% to the build time. And we do see the age up now coming in. We see that front temple being time shifted by Brbwinning here, and we've got some Prometheans. Oh, he's going to move it again. Ah, he's doing exactly the same thing that Mr. did. This is a Mr. kind of play here, where you time shift the temple and then you time shift it back so that you can get those Prometheans as close to the enemy as possible. We are seeing a stable coming down, like I mentioned here, for Nakamura. And he's got a couple of eels on there. And we do see, of course, the Centaur opening here, going to be harassing. Doing actually quite a bit of damage here. Villager is stuck. Hello, Villager. The Villager there just bugging out. Or maybe he tried to garrison the Villager and you can only garrison 2 in there. That was kind of wild. The Centaur nearly got a kill off of that citizen, and he had to quickly make it a hero. That was kind of janky there. Not too sure what was going on there. What's learning curve like? I don't know the learning curve. It's tricky. I mean, I think it's quite straightforward, honestly. If you've played Age of Empires 4, which I know you have, it's not going to be too difficult for you. Just watch a few beginner guides. There's absolutely loads out there right now. So much content on this. You'll be fine. You'll have some fun. I mean, you make myth units, you call god powers. I mean, what's more to love about it, you know? So Centaur here is going to continue to harass. We do see watchtowers getting upgraded. That's really crucial when you get this kind of harass. And we can now see a settlement going down. So Kronos here only has 1 military barracks. Not a lot of military out at all. Only 4 population on military. And we can see this third mana going in to really help with the TC building. And it has. Look, it's done a fantastic job. And interestingly, the Valor ability here is being used pretty much on the citizens. So that means the citizens, the hero citizen units now are going to be better at gathering. They're going to be higher HP, higher damage. They're going to do bonus damage to myth units as well. And now we're seeing the Hippus, ladies and gents. This is what I said. The Hippus harass is coming in. And we're going to see it all going underway here. So this is one of the worst matchups for me. And I'm learning a lot here already. I'm seeing that we've got an early watchtower upgrade coming in. Also seeing that we've got a second TC coming in as well. What can BRB do here against this kind of pressure? We are going to see Murmelows coming out from the barracks here. Has got his counter barracks up. Probably wants to think about getting some of those. I can't remember what they're called. Those mace wielding units. They're good against cavalry. Look at this though. This is a lot. Look at the stream of cav coming in. This is scary. Poseidon at the moment is kind of bonkers. How much power he has, and that unfortunate temple does go down. And yes, that's what they're called. The catapults. There they are, coming from the counter barracks there. That is what you need against this. You need catapults. And there they are, ladies and gents. Look at them. Quite cheap gold-wise. We have the catapult with a Murmelo. Murmelo's just good all-rounder units. They're a lot cheaper. But you need the food, ladies and gents. That's what you need. Because here's some time shifting going on as well. Always remember to keep using time shift. It's free. If you need to move buildings, do it. I think you can move watchtowers. Can you move watchtowers with it? You should be able to. I'm not entirely sure, though. You can time shift. There you go. You can time shift watchtowers, so you can move them into a more favorable position if you need to. But a lot of the time, you probably just want to leave them where they are. This is unfortunate. This is just the scourge of Poseidon here, where the Hippus can just get all over you. However, we do see some scary catapults here, trying to lock them down. There is snaring in the game, ladies and gents. So if you're from Age of Empires 3, snaring means that units are slowed when they're attacked for 2 seconds. And I don't know if this happened in the old Age of Empires, Age of Mythology, but in this one, there is a slight snare in this game. Yeah, the more houses you build, it's 25%. Sorry, yeah, not 10%, 25%. So it's very, very beneficial. And that's why you want to kind of move these around wherever you want to build things. So you can see this here. Look, this mana's going here, so it acts as a natural defense. Always think about your planning of your base. It's very, very important in Age of Mythology around where you plan buildings, because you can block off certain things naturally with walls. Sorry, with buildings. And yeah, we got an H2 game here, ladies and gents. Although I say that, yeah, we do have the upgrade here for the Centaurs. They're going to be the pole marches. That's going to be coming in. So it looks like Nakamura here is really doubling down on the Centaur play. Centaurs definitely in a little spot of bother there. That was very, very, very scary. Those Murmelows could have got on top and done some damage there. But look at this base build. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this. Look how sort of defended the wood line is here, and the sentry towers and everything. And we can see these citizens here. You really need to hotkey your garrison and ungarrison and return to work. You really need to do that. I need to change it. And now look at these. We have Centaur pole marches here, ladies and gents. Look at them. Look how cool they look. Extra armor. More scary. See the damage that they're doing there. And what do we see here from Kronos? So Kronos doing a pretty good job here. We've got 58 villagers here for Kronos, or villager population, with the 2 TC, doing really well eco-wise. Looking pretty good. A lot of gold has been backed up here. He's probably thinking about an age up. I don't know if he's built an armory. No, he's built a market, which is fine. You can use a market instead to go to age 3. That is what he's doing right now. The hippos have been upgraded to medium hippos, so... yeah, I don't know. There's lots of gold being gathered by both sides here. Oh, I'm hearing quite a few pole marches, though. They're doing so much damage. Look at this, ladies and gents. This is not what you want to see. Oh, you don't want to see that. You don't want to hear the donkeys crying out. That means you're losing vills, ladies and gents. This is one of the scourge of Poseidon here when you get this kind of harass with the pole marches. Oh my god, you can just traverse that. I didn't know you could traverse that. Oh yeah, everything can be, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I'm being an idiot. Ignore me. You can traverse everything on this map. But yeah, pole marches are going to have to run through, taking a few shots there. Can he cover this off? It's perfect. They're coming straight to him. We do see other pole march is going to get put down here. We do see an age up now. Hyperion is coming in now for Kronos, so we're going to be seeing some age 3 action from him. 1 pole march going down. Hippos on the other side, though, going to be coming in, being annoying. This is the problem. But luckily, we do have the catapults here. Going to do some damage, whacking them with their huge flail. This is what it is. It's all about trying to just... Unfortunately, it's a real multitask nightmare, ladies and gents. It really is awful. And immediately with that age up now, we're seeing Gemini coming in, which means that it's the upgrade for the Satyrs, or Satyrs. I can never pronounce it. I don't know why. It's Satyrs, isn't it? Or Satires? Satires. I'll say Satires. Couple of Murmelos here. Actually trying to do a bit of harass. They're trying to play the game, but they are going to get shut down here, unfortunately. But as I mentioned with Kronos, you get 2 myth units when you age up rather than 1. And getting that upgrade immediately means that they're just going to be absolute units. These units are very scary indeed. Very, very scary. They have an ability here. Not too sure what it's called. I can't really... It's not letting me see what that ability is called. But it basically just flings, like... It double flings the... it does like a huge amount of damage, like area effect damage. They basically throw spears. That's what they do. They're crazy. We are going to see some upgrades coming in as well for the ranged. We're going to see... we're going to see the Contarius, which is the sort of lancer-wielding cavalry here that you can get in Age 3 for the Atlanteans. And we don't see an age up here for Nakamura. And Nakamura is doing exactly what most Poseidon players do at the moment. It's the 1TC mass spam, ladies and gents. That's what's going on right now. The 1TC spam. Where you just spam so much infantry and you try and cause as much problems as possible. And we are now going to see Aphrodite coming in, which is the goddess of love and beauty, where you get the lion myth unit. And we are actually going to see an ATC here, sorry, coming from Nakamura, but looks like Brbwinning has spotted it though. So is he going to be able to put some pressure on? What's he going to do? We can see we've got Cav on the south. We've got pole marches on the north. This is what you do if you play Poseidon. You have to play like this, ladies and gents. You've got to do it. This is the only way. You've got to be all over everywhere. But look, pole march is getting cleaned up, which is good news for Brbwinning here. Remember, he still is ahead in eco. He went for the second TC very early in the game. Oh, we are going to see, unfortunately, some pathing issues to Contorius here. They're going to get shut down, which is unfortunate. And yeah, looks like Hoplites are going to be able to dispatch the Contarius there. Here we're seeing the Nemean line, I think, or the Nemean? The Nemean line, right? Nemean? Or Nemean? I think Nemean. Quite a scary line. Likes to roar very loudly. Got to be careful. Does damage in an area effect. So it looks like we're seeing a transition in the composition here for Nakamura. We're seeing more hoplites being made now. Oh, and there it is, the chaos. Along with the piggy curse. And then straight after that ceasefire, we're just seeing 3 god powers popping off there. Take the pigs. BRB, take the pigs. That was 3 god powers popping off in a matter of 5 seconds or less. Absolutely crazy. We're going to start seeing ballistics coming in now from the armory. And it's all going down here, ladies and gents. We're seeing some walling here just to make sure that we're not going to have any further issues. And look, we are going to start seeing a little bit of a forward base here from Nakamura. A couple of archery ranges. Fortress is also going down now as well. We are seeing that transition into Arcus, which is the bowman that you get with the Atlanteans. You get these bowmen when you go to age 3. So probably better than Caraballistas. I think Arcus are better than Caraballistas, to be honest. When you're in age 3. When you're in age 2, you probably need Caraballistas if you do need to. But honestly, I would say it's best just to roll with that. We are seeing the deconstruct, though. Perfect time to use it. There it is. First time, I think, use from Kronos. They're going to be able to get rid of that fortress. Absolutely huge play here. And these satires here going to be able to do some huge damage. Hippus coming in, though. Going to probably want to drag pull here, maybe. Drag pull skills to get these satires back, but they're going to continue to fight, though. And the Arcus standing their ground valiantly. But it looks like they are starting to get a little bit enveloped here by the Hippus. Needs some reinforcements, I think. But man, these satire, man, they are... Yeah, they're huge. They're big boys. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that ability is so insane, dude. So insane. Gonna see a further push coming in here. Maybe Arcus and Satires are the way to go. Maybe with some Contarius as well. Look at these guys. 175 HP, decent pierce armor as well. But he needs some kind of siege against these buildings here. He needs to do something if he can. We're going to start seeing some heavy range soldiers coming in now for Nakamura. He's going to be getting some peltists. Very good units. So cheap. Insane units, the peltists. They counter range soldiers. Only 60 wood and 20 coin, which is absolutely insane value. They're going to be coming out now as well. And oh my god, we're seeing age 4, ladies and gents. Atlas is on the way for Brbwinning here. He's going to be able to get the Argus, which is the big green tentacle ball that goes around and it spews out loads of acid. Kind of a crazy myth unit. If you're from the UK, whenever I see Argus or the Arcus, I think of Argos, which is kind of a very strange shop in the UK. Argos. Go check it out, Argos. It's a place where you go in and you don't see anything. There's no products anywhere. There's just a warehouse out the back and you got some catalogs at the front and you flick through the catalog, you write down some numbers of the things you want and they go to the warehouse and give it to you. It's basically Amazon, but in real life. It sounds crazy, but it's a treasure for the UK. Argos. Got to go to Argos. That's where it's at. It's very strange. Interesting game here. Age 4 on the way for Kronos. Absolutely huge. We're seeing heavy infantry coming in. Contarius coming in now. So we got Contarius Arcus with some satires. Crazy. Good combination. See, these guys are pretty good at... we do need a bit of... Ooh, baby, here we go. Hold yourselves. Look at this. Huge vortex coming in. It's not going to really pick up many units, but it is going to do some serious damage. Trust me, ladies and gents. The implode is coming. Woo, baby. God, this game is amazing. Look at that. That was crazy. Didn't do any damage to many units, unfortunately. Wasn't best executed, but yeah. It only really took down really a couple of archery ranges. It wasn't that good of a use, unfortunately. We needed to really use that probably closer, probably around here where there's lots of villagers. If he could have got vision, it would have been better. We do see, though, the Arcus. Here they are. The Argus, sorry. Look at them. Big, scary balls with huge, like, just daggers on them. And they're going to start to attack the fortress here. Probably need some destroyers. I think he's got destroyers. Yeah, he's got destroyers. Destroyers are pretty darn good. They're going to be very good against the buildings. He's just going to be knocking these down here, hopefully. You could just flick these. You can just blow on these buildings, and they will just fall down. 40 HP. You may as well just take it down. Oh, baby. Did you see that from the Satyrs, man? Or the Satyrs doing their special ability, just one tap in 3 of those vills. That was huge. Okay, we do see further upgrades coming in. Bronze weapons, bronze shields, all the stuff from the armory starting to come in. Another deconstruct coming in on the fortress. Very cheap to do it. Only 10 favor at that time. Going to be deconstructing that fortress. And some vills here are going to be cut off. It's not going to be ideal. He needs some... Is he comfortable leaving those vills there? He's going to be rebuilding that fortress down quite easy here. These Arcus, though. The Argus, sorry. Doing some, look at all these Arcuses queued up, as well as Contarius coming in now as well. Just constantly being created here, streaming in. Got to be careful of that gas. And he really wants to get these vills. He's so hungry to get these vills, ladies and gents. It's just absolute carnage right now. These Argus, man. They're trying to do what they can here. Are the villagers going to be able to do what they need to do? Get the hell out of there. Are they getting out of there? They are now. All the action on this side of the map. Nothing on the right-hand side really at all. Both of the original Argus, though, still intact, but he's really going home. We can see we have a hero in play here. Atlanta here, trying to do what she can. Manages to take down one of them. And what do we see here? Flood control coming in. Extra upgrade there for the farms, as well as quarry, bow saw, all the stuff coming in. The late game upgrades coming in now. Big aliens are about. Indeed, Animus. Wait, I didn't even know. Wait, can you garrison military units into the fortress? Wow. You can garrison units into the fortress. Wow, you can just abuse that. You can just keep them in there, pop them out, put them in, pop them out. Similar to what you do on Age of Empires 3 with Inca. No way. I didn't even know that. That's crazy. Now, look, the Contarius. Now, who is the true raider? Contarius are now going to be doing the cav raiding. It's time to show Poseidon who is boss. Town center is now going to be going down, and it's looking pretty rough for Nakamura, unfortunately. But ladies and gents, there it is. There it is. Really amazing game here. So guys, if you're struggling against Poseidon and you're playing Kronos, or if you're playing maybe a Civ that likes to rush, I would recommend just not rushing. Because the problem is, if you rush, all of your units and concentration is at their base, and they can just try and defend whilst then going round you and harassing you with your undefended villagers. So if you are going to do a forward base rush, I would honestly recommend walling up. or at least getting watchtower upgrades. It's got to be done. You got to do one or the other or both. And I like this with Kronos. I like the Kronos opening where you drop a temple, your Prometheans come out, you harass with those Prometheans, you send your temple back, and then you move your manas to your second TC so you can get it up really, really quick. And then from that, you then start to stay in base for a little bit, you turtle a bit, you get your eco in, and you're all good. You just hold out. And that's what you got to try and do. I know it's easier said than done, right? It is, especially if you're not as talented as these players. You're not as skilled as these players. Micromanaging and multitasking is really difficult, and it's very difficult for me, especially when I'm being raided maybe from two sides, trying to do everything. It can be a real pain. Also, villagers, they keep retreating. They don't like stand their ground, for example. So when your villagers are attacked, your villagers start moving away, and it's a real annoying, really annoying. Okay, let's have a look here. I stopped rushing most civs. Rushes just don't seem to cut it, but I have to rush Eggy because they wreck you in all stages. I found timing attacks and age 2 pressure into age 3 to be more effective in most matchups. Yeah, like you always got to think about that age 3 rather than just committing solely to age 2 sometimes, especially if you're rushing, right? It seems to be that rushing is not always the way now, right? Anyway, let's have a look at the post game. Largest army, Nakamura there. I would like to see the resources, because this is the interesting thing. This is the interesting thing, ladies and gents, because it clearly shows that going for that early second TC is really important. What I'd love to see on this graph is when people build town centers, or the number of town centers that they have. Like somewhere on this graph, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that'd be really cool as well. Like you're looking at resources, so that would be kind of nice.